Coaching over 1,000 portrait photographers taught me this. The ones who make it are almost never the most talented, and what holds the rest back has nothing to do with their camera. Listen, that surprised me because for years, I figured the photographers who were most successful were successful because they were great photographers. For me, I was sure if I could just get better with my camera, I'd finally make more money. And coaching thousands of photographers over 20 plus years proved to me that that simply isn't true. By the way, I'm Sarah Petty, and I've been a portrait photographer for 28 years, and I help portrait photographers build a boutique business model, which is selling wall art and albums instead of digital files. In this video, I'm going to show you the patterns I've seen in over 1,000 photographers, how the photographers who break through actually think, how they treat their clients, and really the fears that are quietly keeping everyone stuck. Listen, the most surprising thing coaching this many photographers has taught me is how much self-doubt nearly every one of them carries. It shows up in ways you'd never guess. You'd assume new photographers struggle and the excellent ones have it all figured out. Often it's just the opposite. I've coached brand new photographers who get a system and they just trust it because they haven't piled up years of self-doubt yet. So they thrive simply by following the plan. I've also coached people who were raised with money, truly wealthy, and you'd think they'd have no problem talking about money. But some of them are the most afraid to charge because they think, I already have money and I'd be taking money from people who don't have as much money as I have. And the reality is, my friend, people are spending money on lots of things, and I don't think there's anything much cooler than investing in printed images of the people and pets we love. And this next one hits closest to home because for years I thought I was the only one out of balance, working all the time, not making enough, the only one not charging enough while everyone else is making a profit. I was sure that if I just got better at photography, that would fix it. And seriously, I think everyone thinks that. Almost nobody is as alone in it as they feel. So I just want you to know that. And that belief, the one that if you just keep getting better at photography, it'll fix everything in your business, is exactly why the next pattern is so easy to miss. It has nothing to do with your photography. It's how these photographers treat their clients. And this one surprises people. The most common mistake I see isn't about price. It's that photographers who are insecure and nervous overserve their clients, but in the wrong ways. They're creating hundreds of images, sometimes thousands. I know who you are. They drive to multiple locations, outfit changes, all the things, but then they leave the client alone at the most important time when they're deciding what to order. That's a broken business model, my friend. You photograph everything and you hand over a folder of digital files or you put up an online gallery and you hope they buy something. The boutique portrait model is the opposite. You create fewer, better images and then you sit with the client to guide them all the way until their finished artwork is on their walls. Taking hundreds or thousands of photos actually isn't serving. Real serving is helping them decide so they actually end up with artwork on their walls. The photographers with the happiest, most loyal clients all do the same thing. They finish the job. They sit down with the client. They'll even go to the house and help them place their order so they can get it on their wall. Part of that is something we call boutique in-person selling. We abbreviate it BIPS, BIPS, and it's the habit the top photographers don't even realize is special. Most people think sitting with the client is manipulative or salesy or I don't know what to say. And listen, I thought that same exact thing and I resisted doing it for years. But once you actually do it, and especially if you do it right, you realize how powerful it is and how few photographers are willing to do it for the same reason you probably aren't doing it or aren't doing it right. And there's one thing a lot of them do that feels like serving, but it actually pushes clients away. And my friend, you might be doing this. You might want to listen up. It's online galleries. A giant gallery of images is overwhelming. Your client doesn't need more choices. I really want you to hear this. They need your help choosing. That's how you serve them. Now, you might think the photographers who do all of this are more talented. They're not. And it isn't about them having more information either, because so much of what I described you can Google, but knowing it and doing it are two different things. So what actually separates the ones who do it is that they trust a proven process. We say it to our students all the time, trust the process. A process is just a system that's already been proven to work. The photographers who get unstuck are the ones who follow a system. Even when there's a little voice that says, oh, change this, tweak this, you can do it a little better. No, you probably have already tried your different way. And so trusting a proven one is what keeps you moving forward. And the ones who break through share one more thing, tenacity. Listen, they're not afraid to go talk to people. They're not afraid to try something, watch it flop and learn from it. We tell them, learn fast, fail forward. Failing isn't the bad thing. Failing is the learning. You're always better off doing something and failing than doing nothing because you can't learn a thing from nothing. By the way, almost every pattern I'm describing comes down to one thing quietly holding every photographer back, different for everybody. And it's nearly impossible to spot from inside your own business. It's like trying to read the label from a bottle when you're on the inside. That's exactly why I had my team set aside some calls this week to do a profit path assessment call for you. It's free, and they're going to give you one clear next step to get you unstuck in your business. That is my gift to you for being here, and I'm putting the link in the description below. Now listen, we don't talk about the craft much on this channel. Plenty of people do that. But coaching thousands of photographers taught me something simple about it. When I look at the images that I sell as wall art versus the ones that don't sell that way, the difference is rarely what photographers think. It's not a gorgeous background or a fountain or bubbles or pumpkins for props. It's so much simpler than that. Are there real people in it? Do they have a real relationship with each other? Is the lighting nice? And is the posing flattering? Is everyone leaning back like this? I also look at energy, love, emotion, happiness. When you can capture energy, that's what sells. And yes, the six-figure photographers do work differently behind the camera, not because they're more artistic, but because they're shooting to sell, not just to get a pretty picture. They already walk in with a plan of what they're going to sell, and they've talked it through with the client every single time. But the biggest patterns of all holding photographers back have nothing to do with skill. The belief that I have to work on day in and day out with photographers is the belief that they can't do it. I tell my students the same thing constantly, and that is action takers are rewarded in life. If a photographer is too scared to take action, I can't coach them because I can't fix what you won't go out and do. The fear of making a mistake is the single biggest thing people have to get past. And I think underneath that fear is something specific. On the surface, it looks like the fear of failing, but when I dig a little, it's often a fear of being criticized, especially in public. What if people talk badly about me? What if they say something mean to my husband? What if everyone makes fun of me? I think it goes way back to the mean girls in high school, come on. But somewhere back there, a lot of us got scared to go after what we want and to take that risk. And then I see photographers who are pouring energy into things that get them nowhere, like the gear collectors. Listen, I make a lot of money with a camera, 2 lenses, and a reflector. I do own studio lights, but I'd rarely use them because I have a gorgeous natural light camera room. I don't use on or off camera flash, and I don't haul a bunch of things to sessions. So I really think you don't need to be an expert on every type of lighting if you have natural light and you can use that beautifully. You don't have to know about every lens and every detail. I think it's great if you're a techie and you're here geeking out over equipment and you're Googling it, that's great. But I don't want you to mistake that for having anything to do with you making money, my friends. So what does it look like when a photographer finally breaks through? I actually built a whole program around that moment. It's called Boutique Breakthrough, and it walks a photographer through every step to land a right fit client and get a real order. And the breakthrough almost always happens the same way. And by the way, in my community, we refer to a client who invests $1,000 or more on wall art, photo books, or albums using our boutique process. We call her a Julie because Julie was my first right fit client. And so when photographers get that first $1,000 plus order, they're like, whoa, I got a Julie. And once they do that, they have this thought that everything changes. They start believing in themselves, and that is their breakthrough moment. And listen, the change that creates it is usually the smallest one. When I work with someone, the first thing I do is strip most of the stuff out of what they offer because I know it's going to sell better if they keep it simple, which makes it easy for the client to buy because everyone believes that offering more is serving, and it's not. It's often overwhelming your clients. I want to share about Deborah, who now coaches in the Boutique Breakthrough Program, but she ran a 6-figure business selling only digital files, and she was miserable. 80 hours a week. And today she's making almost double that, working 50 hours a week with the boutique model. She stopped over giving in the wrong ways and started under giving, and her clients are happy for it. And her orders have gone crazy. They're thrilled, they refer her constantly, and she's thriving. Friend, if you want help doing exactly what Deborah did, book that free call with my team in the description and get your own photography profit path assessment. The link is below, and I'll see you in the next one.